This edition of MacVoicesTV is brought to you by XLD Studios. We build websites that boost your business and educate you on getting the most out of your WordPress website. Find out more at xldstudios.com. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. I'm in the OS 10 zone at Macworld iWorld 2012, talking to Marty of GeekJam about their product LiveWorship. Marty, it's great to see you.
Thanks.
Thanks for talking to us.
Hey, no problem. Enjoying the show.
So LiveWorship is
It's a presentation program for churches. It's built around building a church service. So it's replacing PowerPoint or Keynote and allows a church to build a presentation very quickly and be able to hold all of those items that they use in a weekly basis. So songs, scripture, those things they can drag and drop right into the presentation, and they can edit slides on the fly. So not only can you build the service before, but you can also build during the service and never interrupt what's going to the screen. So it's a user interface here, and then a second screen, so a projector or multiple screens. A lot of churches are adding lots of technology into their services, and so we're just trying to help them manage that.
You kind of stole my first question, because I was going to say, can't you just use Keynote or PowerPoint for something like this? But you've just explained why not, and especially the idea that this is as much a live presentation thing. Right. It's not a canned presentation or pre-prepared. You can actually edit it while it's going on.
Right, and I think the difference between using Keynote and PowerPoint are very powerful programs, and this just takes it to a different level. Not in a way that like a church might think, but being able to hold all of that in a database and being able to recall songs and recall scripture and not have to type things in over and over again. So it really is trying to take that edit time down so that a church can in a few minutes build their whole service instead of taking maybe hours with PowerPoint or Keynote.
Now, do you primarily support text and graphics, or do you include video and audio as well?
We can do video, audio. We do a text overlay over top of moving backgrounds and video clips. You can bring in YouTube videos. You can bring in cue DVDs and show certain sections of a DVD. So we try to implement all the technology that churches are using now that we used to use hardware for, and put that in one package and use software.
So this strikes me as, for a church service, it's obviously perfect, and that's the way you market it. Right. This could be quite a nice live presentation tool for a business or anyone else.
Yes, we actually have a lot of teachers that use it in the classroom, because the ability to be able to have a slide up on the screen and then be able to edit that and then add slides as they teach, we find that it's turned out really well as a product for them. We even considered pulling all the church-related things out of the database and allowing just have a kind of a bare bones software for things like that. So we've considered it.
I would say you should more than consider it, because again, looking at it, it's a great idea, because right now trying to do something else like that almost borders on video production, and this strikes me as a lot easier.
Yeah, I think so. We hope that it's very easy to use, and we came from the ground up that we wanted it to be a very user interface friendly, a very short learning curve, so that people could get into the software and have an impact in the ministry that they're trying to, we don't ever want technology to be a distraction in a church service. We want it to enhance the church service. So,
can you give us just a quick look at the interface?
Sure. Basically, as you build a set, you have a set list here on the left side, and then you have a preview of all of your slides. So if we come here and we click on a song in the library, it highlights that song, so you can see the slides that are associated with that song. So I could click on the song like a lion. Well, there's the song. Now if I go to my library down here at the bottom, I can drag a different background on that slide, or I can take and maybe move a video background onto that song, and I just drop it on the song title, and then now a single click sends it to the screen, and you can see that we're now pushing that text. We also, with scriptures, I can create a slide very fast by dragging the scripture in. It highlights it, moves it up. Maybe I want to center that on the slide. Maybe I want to throw a background on that slide, and now it's ready to go. So it's really fast, quick, and very simple user interface. You always have a preview over here for your editor. So this is your edit on the fly. So I can drag a slide out of a different song, and it will throw it in the editor. I can edit that, but it never changes what's going on the second screen. And then if I can put it on screen 2 mode, and now this is what's being presented, and this is what's next in the show. So what you can do is you could use it just like PowerPoint, spacebar, arrow keys. So for people who are familiar with Keynote and PowerPoint and how they operate, you can sit a volunteer down right in front of the software, and in about 5 minutes teach them how to use it, and feel confident that they would be able to manage a presentation during a church service. So.
I would assume that there's an export function of some kind, so that if you've created a service that you like, I can send it out to a QuickTime Movie or whatever?
Right, well, you can do that. You can also export it out to pass it to somebody else to work on, so collaboration within the church. So maybe the pastor does his sermon notes, and maybe the receptionist is doing the song lyrics for the worship leader, and they can collaborate and put those presentations together. So it makes it nice for that environment.
Very impressive, very impressive. I got to ask the question, how much?
Well, we have a show price. A single user license for one computer is $99. And so when we compare that to other software in our market, that's considerably cheaper. We have a site license that can be installed on as many computers within your organization as you need to. So you can have an editor at home with the receptionist or the worship leader, or the pastor can take it on with his laptop. Then you can have a computer in the auditorium, and all those site licenses $249. So we try to be pretty reasonable. We understand that it's a powerful piece of software, but we know that churches oftentimes are short on money, and so we try to bring them in at a price point where they can afford it and still have an impact in the ministry.
We should point out that this is just running on a MacBook Pro. You're just going standard video out, so there's no special magic here with the rest of it.
No, it's pretty simple. Plug it in a projector or monitor, VGA or DVI, out of your MacBook Pro, and you should be off and running.
Very
easy.
Nice. The website where everyone can go to learn more about this, whether they're into worship services or not.
Right, LiveWorship.com. Pretty simple.
Marty, thanks for the time.
Hey,
Impressive product.
Thanks. Take care.
I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoicesTV at Macworld iWorld 2012 in San Francisco. Thanks for watching. MacVoicesTV is part of the MacVoices Group and a member of Mac Level 10.